All right, what's up, boys? So today I took a trade where I was risking $600 to make $2,500 trading ES futures using order flow platforms like Bookmap and Sierra Chart. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you guys through my key levels for today, how I came up with my pre-market plan, my entry, my exits, and make sure you stay to the end to see me taking this trade live in real time. But before I begin, if you guys are trading order flow or you're interested in trading order flow, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I put out tons of valuable information that you would be paying for from somebody else otherwise. Also, make sure to go check out my TikTok and my Instagram where I post strictly order flow related content. But with all that being said, let's get right into the trade. All right, guys. So as always, starting off with the levels for today. My main levels for today was this 6882 to 881, which is the week's open slash the previous day's low. And then I was also watching directly below me this Monday close to the Monday's high. So 907 to the 911s roughly. So here is the plan that I created around those levels. If we open up and keep selling off, I want to see if I can spot buyers around the week's open slash the previous day's low for a relief bounce to take it long up to the Monday's close at 907. If we open up and we bid up to the 907s first, then I could look for a short to take it down to the week's open. And then if there's no sellers at 907 to 11, I'll wait for 19 supply right up here. It's a 1 hour supply. I'm kind of blocking it. So my main levels of interest for today are this 907 to 911 and the 882 to the 881. Monday's close and the high above us, the week's open and the previous day's low right here below us. Those are my two main levels. So let's just get right into why I took this trade. So I was able to identify this trade today 100% using Bookmap. So first, let me just give you guys some context. I'm gonna shrink myself a little bit right here. 8:30 is the open for me. I'm on Central Time, selling off, a little bit of consolidation, some trapping right here. And then we sold off. I was waiting for that 882 to 881. Like I said, I saw the bids there. We just aggressively sold right through it. There was no buying at all. So after this happens right here, since I don't have a plan to short below the previous day's low, I had to come up with something on the fly. So here's what I came up with. My new level of interest for today became this 80 to the 85. And you're gonna see as this LVN further develops, as we consolidate a little bit down here, build some value. And now there's a very clear LVN on the profile, 85 down to 72. This is a 13-point LVN, so the reason why I narrowed it down to the 80s to the 85s was because this is where all of the bids were sitting at before. So to take this short for continuation, I wanted to see sellers reload right here at these 80s to 85s. If buyers were able to reclaim above the 85 specifically, that'd be a full reclaim of this LVN, and on top of that, it would be a full reclaim of the week's opening price and the previous day's low. So as time progresses, you can see buyers have started to come in. They have now reclaimed this entire LVN. And on top of that, we filled these large offers that were right here at the 85s. Following these large offers filling right here, what I spotted was then bidding coming into the market. So right here is where I took this trade. I got filled at 87, but this bidding was the reason for me taking this trade. On top of the bidding, you have to realize contextually, reclaim the week's open, reclaim the previous day's low, reclaim the LVN from the aggressive selling that sold us down in the first place. And now what we're seeing is a ton of bidding right where there was offering, previously where there was bidding. So this is significant activity, and it was significant enough for me to put the trade on. So I put the trade on at 847 roughly, and I got filled at 887. I'll show you guys my fills in 1 second. Here are my stats from both trades on the XFA and on my Apex account. So risking $500 on Apex, on the XFA, risking around $100 to make in total $2,500 roughly. So those are my fills. My entry time was right before 8:47 a.m. So like I said, that's literally right after as soon as I see these bids fail to fill, this is what made me take the trade. And because of this bidding and all of this aggressive selling being underwater now, I was anticipating a squeeze to take place here. So some of you guys might be seeing this and being like, kind of does look like I chased it if you're just looking at price, but you have to realize the interest from buyers is so strong right here. And on top of that, all of this selling is now underwater. So that was my reasoning behind the trade. That was my thought process. My risk was placed right at 85 on the Apex. On my XFA with Top Step, it was placed at 84, but technically I could have had it at 85. I just actually entered a little bit later on my Top Step, got a better fill, got a really good fill actually at the 85.75. And risking less than a point to me in the moment just didn't feel right, so I just didn't do it. But technically, my idea was invalidated at 85 for my initial thesis. Anyways, we do get that squeeze almost immediately, and I exited right here. I did not wait any time on my apex while I build my buffer. I got to be smart with it, so I took it off right there. I should have let it run or scaled only half off of my top step, but I took my top step off as well for a total profit of around 2,500 on the day. So that trade came out to a 4.1 R multiple roughly, and here is the live footage of me taking this trade in real time. All right, I just got long off those bids in the reclaim of the weekly open. See if we can get a squeeze right here. All right, I'm out on the apex. And I'm out on the XFA. That was the trade. GG's. That was a really quick one, but the Apex I gotta be smart with. Yeah, the XFA I could have probably held on to that one, but the Apex I gotta just take it off when the profit's there. The reason behind this trade was all of these bids right here filling. This is at my key level for the day, which is 882 to 880. It was the previous day's low and the open for the week. So we aggressively sold through it, creating an LVN. The most important place next for me was the 80s to the 85s. That would be a reclaim of the low volume area. If buyers could take us above, they did. Then you can see there's more bidding happening right where there was offering right here. So we have all this bidding. As soon as price came down here and was touching these bids, sellers not being able to fill these bids is why I took it long. So it looked like I kind of chased a move right there, but in reality I didn't, because sellers were not able to fill these bids at all. The buying pressure was there. And this is a reclaim of the key level that I had for today. So because that happened, I was actually anticipating somewhat of a squeeze. And that's exactly what we saw. A very rapid move up. And you guys saw how quick that was. I took my profit in like 2 minutes.